Hello, YouTube. I am back with part 2 of how to get the best possible gas mileage in any vehicle. So, obviously, in part 1, I broke down, the major things of the major ways to get better gas mileage in any vehicle. In this part, I would like to break down even a little bit further some of the stuff that I didn't touch base on in the first video. Such things as deceleration, the types of oil that you use, the different viscosities, whether or not products work that are supposedly supposed to save fuel. The screenshot that you see right now is of my 2013 Chevy Cruze Eco. Obviously, you can see that my light is on and that it's telling me low. I have been driving from the TA truck stop in Commerce City, just outside of Denver, basically Denver, but just outside of Denver, and now have just made it into Omaha, Nebraska, and I have driven a total, I believe, of, I think it was, last time I looked, it was 472, but that was about an hour ago, so I think I'm at like 550 or so, and I usually reset my gauges, but forgot to do it this last time I filled up, so I can't give you the exact mileage, but I did pull up on GPS for exactly how far from Commerce City it is to Lincoln, Nebraska, and now I'm in Omaha. And so obviously I've made it quite far, and the way that I did this was by driving slow and being decent and driving between 55 and 60 miles an hour for the entire trip. Leave lots of room. I haven't really found any semis that have been going the same speed as me, because sometimes you can go ahead and draft on them for better gas mileage, but that's not always, because if you're driving so fast to keep up with the semi, then you're losing that mileage. To touch base on some of the things that I had talked about earlier, such as deceleration, I guess I always knew that heard people talk about how you brake also affects your gas mileage, and I just always kind of looked at it like, how could that possibly be? How could slowing down affect your gas mileage? And what I've come to find out is this, like a lot of times in the city, for example, if you're flying and, say going even 5 or 10 miles over the speed limit, which in the city is flying, a lot of times it doesn't matter, because you'll hit a red light and you'll be caught up at the same distance that somebody that wasn't, going as fast as you. And there's how your deceleration comes into play. If you and I were going the exact same speed and I was paying attention ahead of me and was paying attention to what the lights were, I would definitely have a better advantage of being able to take my foot off the gas and just come to a slow stop versus not paying any attention and coming to a hard stop. A lot of times you'll find that if you're going slower, you won't have to come to a complete stop every time, and you won't have to stop quite as hard, and you won't have to stop quite as often. In the game of getting as much miles per gallon, you want to be moving as much as you can, as often as you can, braking as little as possible, and really accelerating as little as possible. What you want to do is you want to keep an even speed, an even kill speed. For example, I'm using cruise control, and I know very well that cruise control does not get you your best miles per gallon, But on this long drive like I'm on, I elected to lose a few miles per gallon versus having my foot resting on the accelerator for the entire time. And essentially, with cruise, what you give up in having a computer not know exactly what your intentions are except for trying to keep that same speed, it's very possible that if you have a lead foot, that it is going to save you, because all of a sudden you look down and you're going 20 miles an hour faster than, say, you were or wanted to be going, and cruise will save you there. As far as oil viscosities, I talked about that in the last film about using fully synthetic if you have a newer vehicle, or even if you have an older vehicle and you know that you have no holes in your lines anywhere, you can use the full synthetic. The reason that full synthetic gets you better gas mileage is because it's lighter, it runs through the engine faster, and basically it helps to lubricate a little bit easier and helps everything run just a little bit smoother. And anytime you can help the engine run just a little bit better. As far as any additives go, I don't use any additives. I've had friends who swear and die by different things. I don't really believe that anything that is out there, at least at this point, is something that is going to save you enough that you're going to spend, whatever you are on the product and then save based on it. I could be wrong. You can most certainly, if you found something that you really believe in, write it down at the comments down below and let me know what you think. Again, I broke down all the big reasons on how to get better gas mileage earlier. This video was just to break down some of the other ways to get better gas mileage. Proof is in the pudding, as they say. Like I said, I've driven from Colorado now through over halfway through Nebraska on one tank of fuel. I'm over the 500 miles in the tank that my car is rated to get. Anyways, please leave your likes, comments below, subs, and I will do my best to get back at responding with your comments, because I'm really curious to see what everybody has to say. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.